Hey guys, Electro Ninja here, and welcome back to Electro Ninja's Lab. Now, I know that yesterday I said that we would go over all of the episodes all together for from episode 20 to 26 for Miraculous, but after looking back at the episodes again, I realized that episode 20 and 21, aka Party Crasher and Puppeteer, don't necessarily have to happen in a specific order. Like, yeah, they still should, but the thing is that it's not like, this is intense, we need to just continue through this. No, that's what the other episodes are, but these ones aren't as intense, so I don't think we necessarily need to have them in the order that they were created. It still would be a good idea, don't get me wrong, but yeah. So today, if you guys have read the title, then you know that we're talking about Party Crasher. So, the synopsis. Ladybug and her team face Wayhem, who has become Party Crasher. Will our heroes manage to put a smile back on his face? So, for those of you guys who don't know, Wayhem is is that character that pretended to be Adrian not too long ago in Gorizilla. Actually, that was a long time ago. Wow, it felt a lot more recent, but it has actually been a while. So yeah. So in Gorizilla, he pretended to be Adrian, and he got Adrian's phone number as thanks. So yeah. So figuring out exactly what's going to happen is a bit of a challenge. Now it says Ladybug and her team, so that sounds to me like it's going to be another episode of everyone's teaming up again. Whoop-de-doo. So at least Alya and Nino will be coming in, and probably Luca will probably be helping as well because of the fact that he has shown up at this point with his Snake Miraculous. It's also possible that Kagami will as well, but I'm not 100% certain on that. I'm also not 100% certain when Kim is going to finally show up with his Miraculous. But that could also happen kind of soon. Hopefully it does, but we'll see. So basically it's going to be probably anyone who has gained a Miraculous at this point except for Chloe, because obviously Chloe doesn't have a Miraculous anymore. So yeah, they team up and they have to defeat him. So the question is, why is he called Party Crasher? Another something to keep note of is that this episode is likely taking place in the summer, which could mean that this is the first day of summer and everyone's just having a bunch of fun. But then Wayhem shows up, as huge fans do, and he goes crazy, a bit overboard with Adrian. And, well, Adrian wants to hang out with his friends. Like, obviously he's going to hang out a little bit with Wayhem, but he wants to hang out with Nino and Alya and Marinette, mostly. Maybe a little bit with Chloe and Kagami and Luca, but mostly he wants to hang out with Nino, Alya, and Marinette. But Wayhem keeps getting in the way. He's like, maybe taking selfies with him, getting way too into their conversations when they don't want it, and Adrian just suddenly snaps. He's upset. He doesn't want. He's regretting giving Wayham his phone number. So he snaps, he yells at Wayham, and and then immediately he realizes his mistake, but it's too late already. Wayham has just run off, probably crying because the person that he looked up to for a really long time was just yelled at him. And let's be honest, a lot of people act that way when there is someone who they look up to, and then they just whatever the situation is, the person that they look up to ignores them or yells at them or whatever, even if they don't mean to. Now, obviously, Adrian realizes his mistake and chases after him, but it's too late. He gets akumatized, and now he runs back as he changes into Cat Noir, seeing the situation, and says, "Everyone evacuate! There's been an akumatization." And obviously Marinette runs off, becomes Ladybug. Maybe the others actually have their miraculous full time by this point. I kind of doubt it, but they decide that they're gonna help. So either that or Marinette runs off, gets their miraculous, and brings them back. But yeah, so they get them. So the whole battle starts, and Marinette is maybe freaking out a bit. Cat Noir is freaking out a bit. He's like, "Oh my gosh, I caused an akumatization." It's kind of the same situation as Marinette was in a few episodes ago when she, like, a few times when she's accidentally caused an akumatization. But he's a bit more upset about it because he has never snapped like this. And, so they obviously fight him off. He probably has some weird party blasting powers or whatever. And, yeah. And, yeah, that's kind of what happened. So they do the battle. I don't really know what the battle would be like. Since I don't know what the outfit's gonna look like. But after the battle, Wayham is still upset, obviously. He explains to Ladybug that his hero yelled at him. Well, to Ladybug and Cat Noir, probably. That Adrian yelled at him, and it made him upset. And maybe Ladybug is about to say something, but then Cat Noir steps in and says, "Look, I'm sure that he didn't mean to say what he did. He probably was just stressed out and he wanted to spend some time with his other friends. It doesn't just because someone yells at you doesn't necessarily mean that they hate you. It just they may. I saw he might say, "I saw him chasing after you." A lot of people saw him chasing after you ran away, and he was upset about what he said, and it was very clear he wanted to apologize. I'm sure that he is extremely sorry for what he said, but you also need to understand that you also need to be aware of your actions, which is an important thing because it's a good lesson for a lot of people, just like, because a lot of people, like, specifically Chloe, they get upset for someone ignoring them, and or anything like that. And honestly, most of the time when people ignore someone, it's not necessarily intentional. It's just that, oh, yeah, you're here. I have other important things that need to happen. So you need to just be aware of things and other people's feelings. So, yeah. And it may not be the best thing that Wayham wants to hear, but he understands at least a little bit probably. And because of that, Adrian comes back later, apologizes, and Wayham apologizes as well. Which would, let's be honest, it would be a really good thing. And maybe their friendship grows. I don't know, though. We'll see. But anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think about Party Crasher down in the comments below. And stay tuned, because later today I will be uploading another video talking about Puppeteer 2. But anyways, guys, I've been Electro Ninja, and I will see you guys next time. But on!